Hey, what's up, guys? So today we are going to talk about that scary, scary word that nobody wants to talk about. It's called objections. Kind of like that creepy, creepy word that we don't like to think about. Objections. Here's the thing about objections. When I first started as a coach, anytime that someone did not respond to my message, someone disappeared off the face of the planet, or they flat out gave me some sort of objection, I took it personally. I thought it was something about me that they did not want, something about what I had to offer, something I said wrong, something I did wrong. I internalized it so much that it brought me down. And I don't think there's one of you who could honestly say that you didn't feel that way too. So here's the deal. No more. We are never going to internalize someone ignoring us or objecting to what we have to offer. It has nothing to do with us. And it has everything to do with that person and where they are right then. So we talked about connecting with people. We talked about inviting them. We talked about planting seeds, reaching out to people. There are so many people out there, they don't even know what Beachbody is. They see us drinking this shake. They see we're working out. They have no clue what we're doing. That's just the reality. And I'm never going to bash another company, ever, because every company has its purpose. The people working in that company have its purpose. Our purpose is different. We are asking people to be courageous. We are asking them to take where they are now, which is their comfort zone, even if they're so incredibly uncomfortable. We are asking them to jump out of their comfort zone and change the way they live their life. That's huge. We're not asking them to put on an article of clothing or to wear some makeup or to buy a piece of jewelry. We are asking them to learn how to change their lifestyle. For some, it will be easier. For some, not so much. For everyone, it is so freaking scary. Think about when you first started. I know for me, I was scared out of my ever-loving mind. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to feel more frustrated than I already was. I didn't want to waste my money. I ordered the 21-Day Fix through an infomercial, but I can tell you, it had to be the right moment for me to actually call. And it had to be the right moment for me to open the box when it came and put that DVD in and read through the book and do what I freaking had to do to get to where I am today. So when you reach out to somebody, you don't know what moment they're in at that time. They may be so desperate for help, but they're so afraid. So afraid. And it is our job to reach out to people and to make them feel safe and to make them feel good, because we know what these products do for us. We know what the challenge packs, what Shakeology, what the challenge groups have done for us. And yes, we probably want to scream it from the rooftops, even if we're not where we want to be just yet in our transformation. We know that this works. Otherwise, we wouldn't have started coaching. So I'm going to go through a few different types of objections. and I am going to look at my notes because I did write down a ton. I definitely did some research from the top coaches, just in different ways, because I wanted to really project this in a way that you would understand, and not just like about scripts and things like that. Like, we have to lead with our heart, and we have to really break the walls down. And in order to do that, the first thing I need you to truly do is understand that objections in any form are a person's way of protecting themselves. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. So let's talk about different types of objections you're going to find. One thing I want you to realize, when you go into Target and you see that they have a buy one, get one on bathing suits, do you get upset because they are advertising that? I don't. I just get upset they don't have more tankinis and they have a lot of bikinis, and I'm just not there yet. But I don't get upset that they tell me they have a sale. I don't get upset that Apple comes out with a new iPhone every freaking year so that we have to buy it and upgrade and get like the latest technology. I don't get upset. It's freaking brilliant. Every single thing we do in this life, we use in this life, we live in a house with electricity. I'm using my laptop. I have this picture on my wall behind me. The paint that's behind me, my earrings, my shirts, my makeup, whatever's left on it, my hairdresser. It's all about sales. So when people join coaching or they're thinking about joining and they say, I don't want to be a salesperson. Well, that's good, because I don't want you to be a salesy salesperson. That's kind of yucky. I want you to really want to do this and lead from your heart. But let's be honest here. You are selling something. There is money that they're going to give to Beachbody in exchange for their program and their shake, or their on-demand and their shake. You're free. Your coaching, your tips and tricks, your challenge groups, your support, that's free. But here's the thing, like, as I said before, you're not selling them an object. You are selling them a lifestyle. You are selling them confidence. You are selling them a solution to something that's way bigger than any other company offers. So everything in our life is sales. So let's get out of that mindset that I don't want to be a salesperson, because everything is sales. Every single thing. How many times do you open up the mailbox and you get an envelope for another credit card for 18 months, 0% interest? And you're like, do you get like annoyed? Well, maybe a little because they're wasting so much paper. But like, seriously, I get like 4 or 5 a day. And I don't get annoyed. They're trying to get my business. I get calls from agencies for speech therapy who want me to work for them. Do I get pissed off? No, I kind of want to know what they have to offer, right? They're trying to offer, and they think what they have is the best. But here's the thing. I know what we have is the best. I've tried so many different things. I know that there's nothing on the market like Shakeology. Nothing. The guy at GNC, when my husband first went, when I wasn't loyal to Shakeology, when I just tried it, and my husband drank half the bag on me, and I said, you better go get me some shake. That was really good. And he came back, he goes, you can't get it there. What do you mean you can't get it there? You can only get it from Beachbody. And the guy said, this is the closest thing they have. $50 for a big vat of chocolate shake. Guess what? Did nothing for me. I'm so passionate about it, I'm sweating. But anyway, let's go through some of the basic objections that you hear, because I can talk on and on and on. Okay. First thing I want you to know is objections are normal. Objections are human. There's been studies going on how many thoughts and objections we have before we purchase a product in the store. Okay. And like I said before, it has nothing to do with you. So basically, let's talk about something that is called the unspoken objection. That is the one that some people call ghosting. We call it crickets. It's like when you invite someone, you're like, hey, how are you? Wanted to see if you have any health and fitness goals you're working on, blah, 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 blah. You throw your invite out there, right? And all of a sudden it's like, boom, no answer. They read the message. You see the little circle with their head next to it, right? And you start feeling like a little weird, like, oh, they didn't even respond. Again, it's not about you. So what do you do when you get those unspoken objections? Like, how do you handle that? Do you just say, never going to contact that person again? Heck no. Heck no. The thing is that they have a fear. They may have just read it quickly and literally got sidetracked. It happens, right? We read it on our phone. We're in the middle of work. We're, in the middle of, I hate to say it, but at a red light. We're in the middle of doing something and we're like, oh yeah, never got back to you. And then before you know it, you're like a few messages down and you literally got lost in the shuffle. It may not be intentional, but a lot of them are. And they're avoiding because they're afraid. They are fearful to either admit to you that they need help. They're fearful of taking that leap of faith in themselves and in the products. And some of them just may not want to hurt your feelings. So maybe if they ignore you, then you'll just go away, right? So you have to take the lead in the conversation. Just start it off with like, hey, I had invited you to my challenge group last month. I don't know if you're ready this month, but I have another one starting such and such a date. Or if it's the one where you had a really good conversation going and this person was really excited and then all of a sudden fell off the face of the planet. They're not responding to you. You don't understand what's going on. They were all gung-ho. Just send them like a hey girl message. Like, hey girl, you were so gung-ho when we first started talking. And, I would love to know if there was something I could have explained to you better or given you some more information. And, I would really love your feedback on what I could have said or explained to you that maybe would have made you go all in. This is what I do. I know these products help people. I love helping people. And how could I have explained it to you better in order to help you? And majority of the time they're going to write back, it had nothing to do with you. You explained it perfectly, but it opens up that dialogue. Because now you're not saying, hey, are you interested? Now you're saying, what could I have done better to explain it to you? Another way to overcome objections when someone says to you, God, I don't know how I can afford this. I do want to try it, but $4.50 a day, $4 a day for a shake. I don't know. I can get it so much cheaper somewhere else. You have to relate to them. You have to tell them how you first felt when you were approached with Shakeology. For me, I have my own story. I know that it was like mid to late August when I first started Shakeology. I wanted to order it. My husband was like, we don't work all summer. Our savings is gone. What are you doing? No way. What are you doing? Can't you wait? And I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait. I have to do this. I have to try it. I need to try it. And like I said, he drank half my bag. He came home with this huge vat of GNC protein shake. $50. Bam. I'll never forget. He was like, bam, $50. I'm like, woohoo, let's go. I wasn't loyal to Shakeology. I had no clue. We were peeing neon yellow for 2 days, and we couldn't figure out why. Did we have asparagus? And then we put 2 and 2 together. It was the damn shake. And I looked it up, and it wasn't dangerous. I thought it was dangerous, so I got nervous. And it was just that my body was secreting. It was not absorbing everything it needed to absorb. There was too much of something in that shake, and I believe it was protein. I don't remember exactly. And that $50 vat of shake sat in our cabinet for months. And right after we decided in those 2 days that we're not going to use the shake, first of all, it didn't taste the same, and I didn't feel energized. He didn't feel energized. I still had a headache, and we were peeing all sorts of neon. He said, order yourself a bag, and you know what? I want the strawberry. I want a bag. And from that moment on, we have been drinking Shakeology every single day of our lives. If people don't understand that there's a difference, if people don't understand that the value behind it, that you felt the same way, right? You felt that way. You were a little nervous to spend that money, right? I mean, come on. We're like regular middle-class people here. But you took that leap. And now what you found is that your energy has increased tenfold. Your cravings are curbed. You don't get sick as much. For me, my hay fever used to be 3 months every spring. It is now like a week. The only thing that has changed for me in the past, this was my 3rd spring, is the shake. So it's obviously doing something for me. So it boosts your immune system. You have the probiotics for your gut. You have all the superfoods, the vitamins, the minerals, everything. There is no other shake out there. If they can relate to you, how you felt at one time, but here's what you found. Now with the money objection, that's a big thing, all right? And I feel like I'm kind of rambling and I'm sorry. But with the money objection, you really need to explain to them what it has done for you. Like, so you felt that it was expensive too, right? But then what you did is you realized, so for $4 a day, you're having the healthiest meal of your day. You don't have to worry about breakfast for the entire month or lunch or whatever meal you use it for. You can talk about how when you go to like out through fast food or to a restaurant, let's just use fast food, right? But you get a salad with chicken and berries on it, right? The summer salad at Panera. How much is that? You're not getting all the nutrients that you get in a Shakeology. It may taste good, but it's like 2 to 3 times the price. So when you say, how much do you spend on a healthy meal? The average is going to be between $3 and $7. So Shakeology is towards the lower end of that, right? And you're getting these superfoods that you cannot get anywhere in our food in the United States of America. So you have to make sure that you're giving them the value, that they understand the value, that they understand that you had the same concerns and you totally get it. But what you found is that you had all this energy for working out. You have all the energy to run around with the kids, to work, to do everything that life, throws on you, right? You found that you're not buying all that garbage food now because your cravings are gone. You're not going through the drive-thru, right? Not as often. If you plan ahead for your meals for the week, you're saving a ton of money by not buying lunch out every day. I know that since I started really planning, I save an average of $30 to $50 a week on lunch. That's huge. You times that by 2 of us, you're talking like $300 to $400 a month, right? And our bags are shake. Our bags are shake are like what, 120, less than that because we're coaches, but you know what I mean. So you end up saving money. So you have to relay that to them. You have to connect with them and tell them, I get it, but this is what I found. So I also want to touch on, so money is like a huge objection, right? So like, I get it. I understand. One thing also when you're talking about Shakeology, and Shay Stanford mentioned this in her video, and I wanted to make sure that I shared it with you. There are 4 ingredients in a shake that they never want to see. And if their shake has any one of these 4 ingredients, then they shouldn't be drinking it. And there's a way to do it that you're not attacking a shake or a brand or a company. You never want to do that. You never want to bash. But what you want to do is you can say, hey, listen, I understand you're drinking XYZ shake, but there are 4 ingredients that really kind of come to mind that if your shake has it, I don't know if you're getting the health benefits that you think you are. Soy, artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, which could be Splenda or sucralose, or high fructose corn syrup. If any of those ingredients are in the shake, Nothing. Another thing, people say, oh, I already have a protein shake. You can say, oh, great. Are you looking specifically for a protein shake? Is your body like deficient in protein, or like the doctor said that you need more? Like what's going on? And they'll probably be like, no, but everyone on social media, the media says we only need protein shakes, right, for working out. So Shakeology is not a protein shake. It has protein in it, but it's a health shake. If you want the absolute best health shake on the market, you will have Shakeology. Now, again, you're not going to bash their shake, but they have to understand the value. What Shakeology has from start through the entire breakdown, the process, everything, how they dry it out and how they mix it together, that it keeps all those nutrients. It's tested from here all the way to here until it's in your bag to make sure that it has nutrients. That's what they're getting. There are other objections that are excuses. And again, those are to protect themselves, right? So the excuses of the money, the excuses of time. I don't have time. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to coach. I have so much going on. Be like, I got it. I get it. I understand. So with the working out, you can get up earlier, right? You can say, well, I found that if I got up a little bit earlier, it really gave me so much energy throughout the day. With the coaching, yes, I work full time. I have 3 little kids and I'm a wife and everything else. And finding time was a huge concern for me. But guess what? I do it in pockets. You could run a successful business in an hour a day, and I do it in pockets of time. And that's something that I would teach you. So it's understanding what their fear is and what their excuses are, but they're really fears, and then just relating it to what you thought and how you found that you overcame them. Also, when people give you excuses, the thing is, if you get the money excuse more than twice, if you get the protein shake excuse more than twice, if you get the I'm already doing a workout at the gym and blah, blah, blah excuse, whatever it may be, you need to handle that on your social media. You need to preemptively post about it so that if someone is having that objection and that's why they're not responding to you or not reaching out to you, you're addressing it. You're already throwing it out there. So use your social media platform to already handle objections so that when someone is ready or they have questions, and now you already addressed those objections and you're making them feel safe. You're making them feel like, oh, okay, I get it now. Well, maybe this is for me. Let me try it. And you want someone who's really ready to go. There's also, you should talk about, how I said, how you can afford it and what Shakeology or the workout programs or the challenge groups have done for you. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, support, everything. Go through your entire journey. Don't word bomb on them, but give them little snippets and just make them understand how beneficial it has been for you, how life-changing it has been for you. Every once in a while, you will get the malicious objection, and you're going to get oh, well, you're so successful because you already know about, marketing, or you're so successful because you were never that heavy to begin with, and blah, blah, blah. It's not that they're being malicious to you. They are totally insecure about something about themselves. And they can't get out of their own head to push past it. And even when it comes to coaching, I could never be a coach. I mean, look at you. You're on social media all the time. I don't know how you find the time to do it. Blah, 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 blah. You can do it too. If I can do this, you can do this. Trust me. You have this type of personality. You're so easygoing. You have so much to offer people. And you're just telling them something that impresses you about them. You're flattering them and making them feel good and giving them a sense of empowerment. Even if it's for, a hot minute, it's making someone feel good. So I'm going to end this soon. I promise, I promise, I promise. You want to ask people how they're feeling. So if they're like coming at you like, oh, I don't need this, I can never do this. And I hear it all the time, like, "Ugh, I can never wake up at 5:30. I could never do what you do." And I'm like, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Trust me. It just takes work. It takes dedication. It takes a habit, and it makes you feel so damn good that you want to do it. And they're like, okay, but these are like to my friends, you are not going to tell a stranger that. But you want to make them feel like they can do it, and because they can. You want to make them feel good about themselves. Well, you handle this, and you do this, and you do this. What makes you think you can't do what I do? Tell them what impresses you about them, and what would make them a good coach, or make them awesome in a challenge group and rock the program in Shakeology, why they would benefit from it. So there's also the show off objection, and I'm losing my voice because I'm talking so long. I'm sorry. It's that know-it-all that's like, I'm like an exercise physiologist. I already know what to do. I had a few of those actually come to me. Yeah, I drink the protein shake. I know exactly what to do. I work in a gym. And I'm like, okay, sometimes I've actually said, and I know Bonnie Engel said to do this, and I actually have done it, is say, that's awesome that you know so much about nutrition and fitness. Have you ever thought about coaching? Because you would totally rock this, and like you're building them up. Hey, listen, maybe they would totally rock it, right? You just never know. Excuse me. So now you're like kind of throwing it back in their court. So there were a couple other objections I want to talk about. Oh, pyramid scheme with coaching. It's not a pyramid scheme. Pyramids are illegal. Okay. Yes, we have a top and we have legs and everything like that. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's called multi-level marketing. It's the hottest thing around. And according to several research documents and those crazy successful motivational speakers, MLMs are the way to go, right? Corporate, they're still big, but they're trying to downsize, and MLMs are the way to go. One thing I also want you to realize is that you do not have to be in the tip-top shape of your life to be a coach. You need to do it yourself. You need to be a product of the product. You need to show them, practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. That's what my dad used to say. You need to show them that you work out and that you drink your shake. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, and just share. I am not where I want to be yet, and I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I may never be there. It's a journey. But don't underestimate what you have to offer somebody, because you're going through it and they can join you on the ride. One last thing. Your job is to help people. Your job is to recruit people to your team. You have to find the people and make them understand what you and your team have to offer. You have to know, like, it's almost like a benefits package. You have to know in your heart of hearts what Shakeology, the workouts, the challenge groups, the coaches on your team, everybody, that you have, the relationships you have formed in your circle, that everything that has come into your life, the value of that, and be so sure of it, and just be able to just share it with people so that they understand why would they want to come to you? Why would they want to take that leap of faith? Why you? Because you have so much to offer, that's why. So I hope this helped a little. I hope I wasn't too all over the top. I would love to hear some feedback. I know this was crazy long. I think it's like a half hour. I don't know. I really wanted to make it 10 minutes. So I'll stop talking now. I do apologize how long it is, but I really feel that this is so important, because I know I'm guilty of it. I know Christine and Alicia are guilty of it. Objections have nothing to do with you. As long as you show them the value of what you have to offer, what the challenge groups, the challenge packs, the workouts, the on-demands that Shakeology has to offer, the benefits that they will get from using Beachbody products, as long as you know in your heart of hearts that this is the absolute best solution for them, then just go out there. Just go out there and help as many people as you can. All right, so would love your feedback. Would love to know what your takeaways are. All right, and I would love to see actually if you have received an objection, whether it's a silent objection or a malicious one or just one based of fear. Would love to see the objection you got and how you handled it. All right, guys, so I hope this wasn't too long. I hope you forgive me, and I hope you got something out of it.